Labor Day weekend family fishing trip. We're going to run down to the inlet, try to get some tog, triggerfish, or anything else that's biting. It's Saturday right now, and check it out. There is no traffic. So it is very slow Labor Day weekend. Normally on Saturdays, that's the busiest day. It's the turnover for rentals. And this is always backed up. It's like 11 o'clock right now. Check it out. Here's Coastal Highway. Not much going on. I think it's safe to say a lot of the tourists and the vacationers went home. Last week for the air show, we noticed it too, that there was not a lot of people here. I think it's because everybody's back at school. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jay. I fish mostly in Ocean City, Maryland. That's where we're at now. Here's the inlet. It goes right out into the Atlantic Ocean right here. And I'm using just a standard tog rig. It's very simple. And that's what the kids have on too. Same thing.
Got him. Good job. It's beautiful today. Oh.
You are?
I thought you said you were on.
He's out.
Okay.
It felt like it broke for a second.
William was all snags, and then Ashley was trying to pull it out for him. Look at all that line.
All those muscles.
Yeah, and all the muscles at the end. Wow, what a mess.
I was gonna try to cut the muscles and throw them back in the water, but pull the rest out.
Yeah, we'll get this all untangled. We had a spot change. The inlet got pretty busy, and we were getting a ton of snags. So we decided we were going to come back down to 2nd Street. We're getting rigged up now. Same exact setup. The only thing we're using different is over there I use 4 or 5 ounce bank sinkers, and over here I use the big number 8s. The current rips through here, so we have to use a heavier sinker. So we're going to get baited up and catch some fish.
I don't know why that made me jump.
Little sea bass.
Good job, buddy. Oh, he's a whopper. Nice catch.
Alright, buddy.
You finally got one. So tiny.
We need like an action hero to like set it up holding it so it looks huge.
Zoom in so you can see them.
Look at this massive thing.
Oh.
Whoa. Goodbye, my friend.
No. William lost his bait again.
It takes me 30.
Yeah, it takes you forever to bait.
So that's it, we're headed out. All of us caught a fish, so it was pretty good. Just a lot of small fish today, just kind of messing around, hoping we get something. So we're wrapping up Labor Day weekend. We went fishing yesterday, and then the weather was supposed to be like horrible. It was supposed to be actually yesterday and today. Today was supposed to be 80% chance of rain. So look at all the rain that we're having. It's ridiculous. So that kind of pretty much ruined our plans for Labor Day. We had plans on taking the boat out, going to Jolly Roger, the Splash Mountain. That place is an absolute blast. But yeah, so we figured backup plan, we'll hang around the house and just kind of hang out for the day. So what I'm doing is I'm smoking a bunch of meats. I have a little pork butt chicken thighs, and pork burnt ends. Poor man's version. I'll show you all of it. But pretty much what I'm working with is my Traeger out here. I had a charcoal one. Like before this, the charcoal one was awesome. It was big. I could put a huge brisket, well, multiple briskets in there and all that. It just got really old, and it was so much to maintain it. Ended up throwing it out. So I bought this electric one right here. It's like a box, and I absolutely hate it. It does not do a good job at all. It's really hard to smoke with it. So I got a Traeger. I was so against these things at first because I thought it was pellet. I hate it. Let me tell you, it's by far the greatest. I use that way more than I use my gas one. This I cook everything with. It's so awesome. So it's pretty simple. The pellets go in here. And then I turn it to the temperature that I want. I'm going with 250 today. That's what I'm gonna stick everything with. And then that's the inside. I put tin foil down on the drip tray just so that it keeps it cleaner. And it's so easy to use. So I'm gonna show you the meats, what we did. The pork butt I just injected with apple juice. I'm gonna season it up now, and then we'll throw it on the smoker. I'm gonna do a totally different way of how to cook it. I'm going to cook it on the Traeger for a little bit, but then I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'll show you how to do that. A buddy of mine showed me it years ago. He's from Georgia, a guy that was in the Marines with me, and it's awesome. It works so good, and it's so easy to do. So I'm going to do that. I'll show you everything that we're doing. So here we go. So the rub that I'm using for the pork butt is it's Meat Church Holy Gospel. This stuff is really good. And then for the pork belly burnt ends, the poor man's, that's right here. I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to do Texas sugar. And that's, again, same thing, Meat Church. Their seasonings are awesome. So I'm going to season this up, and then we're going to go throw it on the smoker. That's it. I'm only going to let this cook probably for about an hour or two, and then I'm going to pull it off. So anyway, with the Traegers, they have different, like if you're not familiar with them at all, they're very simple to use. It's all electric. You just plug it right in. From there, the pellets that you can use, they come in these big bags. I want to say they're like 20 pounds or something. But there's different styles that you can, or different flavors, I guess. I get the Reserve, and it's got in there, it says what it's good with. It's pretty much good with everything. But I like it because it has apple, cherry, and then a hardwood blend. You can get like hickory, mesquite. You can get only like, I think, cherry. For me, the fruits are what makes it a little bit of that like sweeter to it, and as opposed to like a mesquite that's like really hard smoke. But that way, I've always just liked this one. Before, when I had my old charcoal one, the only thing that I used was it was either pecan or like apple. It was always just fruits if I could. Cherry if I could find that. It was always hard to find though. But yeah, that's what I use. Just buy the bag and then dump it right in. You can use other brands if you want. The problem that I had was I was using Pit Boss brand. It was a little bit bigger bag, so you got a little bit more for your money. The problem was that the pellets were really big, like much bigger than that, and it was getting jammed up. There's an auger that turns and pushes everything into a firebox in the middle, and that's how it does it. But it was jamming it up, so I would have to, there's a release on the back right here. You would have to drain out all that and then break them all up as small as you could and then put them back in. So for that reason, I just stopped using it. You can see the smoke coming out now. But yeah, I stopped using it. I went straight Traeger, and it's yeah, it's awesome. I sound like a plug for Traeger. I am not affiliated with them at all. Like I said, it was something that I got. Really wanted to try it. Cost-wise, they can get kind of expensive, the bigger ones that you get. This one's a smaller one. I think it was like $700. I mean, you could get really expensive gas grills if you want to, or you could get really cheap ones. So it's whatever's right for you, I guess. I've always heard good things about this one. That's why I decided to get it. We're gonna go check out how we're doing. It's been on the smoker for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, so I'm gonna get ready to pull it off. Ashley gave me an awesome idea. I'm gonna take this baked potato, roll it in some salt, and then put it on the Traeger for about an hour. See if it gets that like wood-fired like flavor to it. But let's check this out. It's starting to pull apart. That's good. I'll show you why it's good to have it pull apart like that. It's not going to fall apart. I'm going to do something like I told you. It's really, really different. But I'm going to get ready to do that. I want to get a good smoke on it before I switch it into the oven. All right, it's been in there probably about 2.5 hours. I'm going to take it out of there. I'm going to put it. Hear me out on this. This is really weird, but I'm telling you, it works. Like I said, my buddy in Georgia was telling me how to do it. Well, if he says it's worth it to do it, I mean, they know what they're doing down there in Georgia. If he told me how to steam crabs, then no, there's no way. Okay, I'm gonna take cling wrap. I'm gonna wrap it as tight as you gotta get it tight as you can, and then wrap it in tin foil after. So, and then put it in the oven, and then just let it cook. The reason for it, the cling wrap, it won't stick to the meat or melt. It seals in and locks everything in there. And then this is to help it cook. So here we go. See, look at all the juice that's coming off. That's what it seals in. So that's what I'm going to do now. As long as it's enough to wrap it in there, it should be good. Enough to handle. You don't need anything, gloves or anything. And now I'm going to wrap it in tin foil. Again, tight, as tight as you can. Now, I always do tin foil separately. I do it one wrapping like this, and then I'll go over it again and do it again. All right, and now I just wrap it again. So that's it. It's wrapped incredibly tight. So you're going to throw it in the oven. I put it in at 250, and then we're going to let it go for a couple hours, and then just check it with the temperature probe. So I have the pork in the oven now, and I'm going to cook it probably for about 4 hours. So that'll be about 6 hours cook, 2 on this and then 4 in there. You can Google just cook times on how long to cook it for, but I think I'm gonna go about 4 hours and it should be good. For the Traeger, to turn it off, it does have to go through a cool down. You can hear it going right now, even though it's off. You just turn it to shutdown cycle, and it'll power down and cool off, and then it'll turn off. And then you just hit the button to turn it off, and that's it. So I'm going to leave this off for now until we're ready to do the poor man's burnt ends, chicken thighs, and then the baked potato. Put the Traeger back on, 250 degrees. I'm going to do the potatoes now. I was trying to figure out how long to cook them for. I found a recipe that says you got to do it for 3 hours. So that's quite a long time. The reason I did, obviously you can do it at different temperatures if you want. I'm only doing it at 250 because I know that the chicken's got to cook at that, and so does the burnt ends. So that's why I'm keeping it at 250. Cook everything together, it's easier. So I'm gonna put some olive oil on here, some little kosher salt on there, and then put them on the smoker. See what happens. I'm gonna put them on the top shelf just so I save myself some room. And then chicken's going on next. The burnt ends go last because they only take about 30 minutes to cook. Chicken's ready to go on. how I do it, there's millions of ways you can do it, and there's no right way, wrong way, whatever. For me, I always just put them in these gallon Ziploc bags. I put in a little bit of olive oil and then sprinkle in as much or as little of the rub as you want. Now, I use Texas sugar. I've never used it on chicken before. My dad said it had a little bit of a kick to it, so I didn't put a ton of seasoning of rub. So we'll see how it is. There's a little one over here. The grill's like any grill. You got to try to work it and try to figure it out. I noticed towards the front and on this side, everything cooks a little faster. So like the smaller piece of chicken I'll put on this side. All right, last one. That one's small too, so I'm gonna put it right here. Downpoured just now. So we're gonna set up this tent. Yeah, it's still drizzling a little bit.
It's not pouring.
It's not too bad. But I mean, it was...
So it's kind of like an on and off.
So was this our 5% of severe weather?
He still wants it set up. He's really worried about the trailer.
We'll if worst case, Nick, we'll just wheel it inside like we have before onto the porch. What are you scared for?
No, I want to say that. No, he tried to walk out.
Oh, he tried to escape.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Got yelled at.
And then you got yelled at. While we're waiting on dinner, it's about to go down. We've been playing a lot of this lately. I think this is like our third night in a row. William won last night and the night before. This is Ocean City Monopoly. You can get this at Walmart. The Walmart on the way to Ocean City, right off of 50. They got a whole bunch of them, but it's got everything. Crab Cake Factory, Shark on the Harbor, Fager's Island, Thrashers, Life Saving Museum, Ocean Gallery. It's got everything. So this is fun. We love playing this. Oh, it just had the thin blue smoke coming out of it. There it goes. That's what I was trying to get.
Oh, yeah.
There's craziness going on here. William owns all the orange. I got the yellows with the blocks on it. I landed on Big Fun. We call it not Big Fun because it's not.
I think I have the most. Some of them
You're on a roll. Advanced 3 spaces. It smells amazing in here. I'm going to pull this out and hit it with a... whoa, all that steam. I'm going to hit it with a probe and check the internal temperature, and then if it's good, then I'm just going to let it rest up in the microwave. All right, our sweet little baby pork butt is right there. Jam the thermometer in there. Go ahead, William. All the way in. There we go. All right, instant read. It is at 162, so I'm going to let it go a little bit longer. I need it to go to 190. So this thermometer, I love this thing. If you go in the description, it's got a link to my Amazon page, and I have that in there. But it's got readings on everything right here, so it's convenient for you. And to get it to read, all you have to do is open this. And it comes on. It's got a light on it. It's magnetic too, so it can stick to the side of your grill if you need to. But it's awesome. Definitely a favorite of mine. And check our chicken real quick, make sure that's doing good. Oh yeah. This is why I put the tin foil down on that drip tray, because it gets nasty down there, and that way I'm only switching out tin foil, and I don't have to worry about cleaning the metal tray underneath. Those potatoes look good too. They're definitely getting soft. All right, I just pulled the chicken. It's temping a little bit high, but that's okay. About 199, 200. I feel like for chicken, if it's done at 165, but if you cook it to 170 or 180, it gets a little easier to like pull apart. But I'll show you. It's pretty juicy. I mean, you can see the juices coming off of it. See how easy it just pulls out? So I'm going to let those cool off. I'm actually going to make chicken salad out of those. I just threw them on the smoker and cooked them that way so I can get chicken salad. I have the burnt ends. Those are coming up. I got like It's what, 5 o'clock now? I got like 20 minutes and then I'm going to start those. These are the going to be the poor man's burnt ends, and I'll tell you about those. So if you buy a pork belly, it's pretty expensive. What I found is it's almost the same if you use a like a pork butt, Boston butt, and you just cut it up into little cubes, and that's pretty much what I did. So I cut it up real small. Boston butts are they're big. So if you're buying one, you can cut them up and then just vacuum seal them. That's what I do, and you have tons. You can like portion it out, and you have tons of different portions. So that's what I do. I'm just gonna dump some, again, Texas sugar all over it. We're gonna mix it up really well, and then put it on the smoker. These on. Some people put racks on here, like little trays. I just put it straight on just because it's not that much. A tray would definitely be a lot easier to do, but I just throw them right on. And then after about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I'll take them and put sauce on them and let them kind of cook for a little bit longer. Check the temp on the pulled pork. This is what I'm talking about. All that liquid that just came out just after that one probe that we did earlier. So wrapping it in that saran wrap, I mean, it really, really works. So I'm at 187, 188. Yep, 188. And try this spot too. All the way through, 190. I'm good there. I'm going to let it sit. Let it sit for probably like maybe 30 minutes. And then at 6 o'clock, everything should be done. Ashley is struggling. That's the only thing that she's got. And she's the only one that's landing on it. It's a life-saving station.
This is all that I got.
Nick's got that much left. William's got this. I've got that. William's got that.
Can I share something? You put this in for 5
What did you just say?
I said, is it depressing that your kids are beating you? You born us not to do this?
All right, here's what happened. I hit Williams with the key for $900, so I'm pretty much out of money. I had to mortgage all my stuff, and I only have a little bit left. Ashley's down to her little bit, but again, she still keeps landing on her property. So we're low. The kids are gonna probably win this one. I think what's gonna happen, Nick's only got this left. William's got that and that. And I think William's gonna win again. Did you win last night?
Yeah, I won 3 nights in a row.
So this will be your third night in a row winning. Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
So my sauce of choice for the poor man's burnt ends is this Kraft Sweet Honey. It's actually really good. I use this on chicken and I'll do it on pork. I don't do it on beef. On beef, I use the Sweet Baby Ray's, but this is one that I have, so I'm gonna sauce them up, leave them on there for a couple minutes, and then flip them over, and then do the other side too. Those are looking juicy. All right, sauce these. Saucing them's pretty simple. I just kind of go over them with a little brush, hit them all, and then after that, I'll let them sit for about 5-10 minutes and then flip them over and do the same thing. The potatoes, I think they look done, so I'm gonna pull those off next. Potatoes are done. I gotta say, they look awesome and they smell even better. So it's been under smoke for about 3 hours now, so it's pretty much done. Can I have that Insta-read? Let's check one out. Internal temp. I'm just probing it to see if it's soft. Oh, very. Oh yeah, I'm at 205. Yeah.
It's more than done.
Yeah, that's definitely good. All right, cool. We're gonna put this in the microwave, finishing up on the burnt ends, and then we're good. She's out. What'd you land on?
Jolly Rogers with 2 blocks.
Oh.
I have $27. I only have $27.
She only has $27. She's out. You mortgaged everything?
So then I
Yep.
get your property.
Ooh, those smell so good. All right, I'm going to get these off, and then I've got to sauce the pulled pork and tear it apart. Look at that. It's gonna be so good. All right, so I'm ripping off all the tin foil that I put on, and then I'm gonna pull it out and put it into the bowl, and then put sauce on it. See, the saran wrap does not stick to it at all. And then take 2 forks and just shred the whole thing, and it'll come right apart.
I'm not a big potato.
Those potatoes are insane.
I don't like potatoes.
Absolutely
That's
have to.
really good.
It's very, very good. I would never cook a potato different ever again.
I know.
3 hours on that thing. Oh wow.
I don't get it.
What?
It literally tastes like French fries.
It's so good.
The skin.
The burnt ends, those are very, very good.
I'm going to, but it's really
Super,
hot.
super tender. Very, very tender. I have the rest of the pork to do, and then we're going to put them on sandwiches and eat them. All right, I got Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce in here. I took the rest of the juice that came out of the pulled pork and put it in there. I'm going to stir it all up, and we're going to put it on some rolls. So that's it. I will never cook a potato differently again. That was so good. So that's it. We got our sandwiches. The kids have theirs. Those are always a fan favorite, the poor man's burnt ends. I'm telling you, there's a really, really cheap way to do it, and that's it. Again, just buy the huge picnic roast Boston butt, boneless, and then chop it up and put it into cubes. Cook it 30, 45 minutes. It's super easy to do. So that's it. We're all in there. Well, the kids and Ashley are in there eating their dinner. That dinner is insane. It's so good. It's so easy. Pork belly burnt ends are really, really good. But that baked potato is awesome. I will never, ever cook one different. But yeah, this was our Labor Day. Kind of everything got switched up a little bit from what we wanted to do. But it's whatever. You know, we got other weekends. It doesn't really bother us at all. But the next couple weeks are going to be really, really busy. The kids' football games start. They start school. So we're kind of back into that rhythm of regular life, not summer life. So, but still, it's going to be a lot of fun. Once they get back to school, we'll start doing more crab cake reviews. We got weekends off where we're going to try to go clamming, crabbing, all that stuff. Fall crabbing is awesome. Fall fishing, too. So we got a bunch of other videos in the works. So I will see you on the next one. I really appreciate you watching and hope you liked it.
I have.
What if he gets snake eyes? Oh.
8. He gets middle.
Oh, got some money back.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, if Nick wants in, he cannot roll a 9 or a 7.
Welcome to the big leagues, buddy.
Because if he does, he lands on those. And he's right there.
He's shaking.
9 or 7. Here we go. Uh-oh.
7.
Oh, 5. Oh, goes to jail. Here we go. Can he skirt it again? Uh-oh.
I'm out.
He's out.
Bye.
The champion.
I love my life.
Yep. 3rd night in a row champion.
What?